Afternoon, everybody. Somebody out there give me a 5x5. Which I'm a little early, but afternoon, Nanya. Good to see you, bud. Am I sideways? How's that? Better? Afternoon, copycat. Oh, I just dropped my lighter. There it is. All right. Afternoon, Chef Kicker. Good to see you. I know it's been a while since I put out anything, but it's been a pretty wild week. Actually, a couple of weeks. Started out last Monday. The missus got bit by a German Shepherd while at work. Messed her leg up pretty good. Craziest thing, she's got out on that dog 500 times, never even raised its head up. But for that one messed up occasion, he decided to double tap her back of her leg. A couple of puncture wounds, a few stitches. So I've been playing nursemaid. Thanks, off the wall. Good to see you. What time are you starting yours tonight on the medical? It's something in the weather, copycat, or something. I don't know. It's not just. All right, good deal. I should be done in plenty of time. Yeah, it's something in the weather. She's not the only milk carrier that's been bit here recently, which, yeah, I messed my wrist up on top of everything else. But dogs we've got out on hundreds of times just start showing their ass for some reason. I don't know what's causing it or why, but yeah, we've been informed now to if there's even a dog on the property, don't get out of the vehicle. Nice to see you, neighbor. Jamie Dolan there. Glad you can make it. Uh, well, my cats really ain't been too weird, which my big pit bull got snake bit this morning. So now between doctor and the missus, I get to doctor my dog. Got him on the back leg. He swelled up. Uh, he'll be all right, I believe. Well, open floor tonight, basically. We're bad for copperheads around here, Jamie. On average, I'll kill 4 or 5 copperheads on the property a year. Now that's copycat. The misses don't ever change hardly. Uh, the only difference we can figure is she actually had shoes on that day. If she can, she'll go barefoot year round. Afternoon, Mad Shad. Glad you can make it, brother. uh, which, like I was saying, my dogs, they've acted a little weird. They bark if anything moves here lately. But no, my daughter's cats, same old with them. Uh, Picked up a new 2A toy while I was hiding from YouTube. Uh, let's talk about that for a second. You know, a lot of people are asking, or have asked, is a 22 long rifle suitable for self-defense? Personally, I would say no. But it's got a bigger brother, the 22 Mag, or 22 Magnum. Quite a bit different shell. Now that little bad boy would definitely be suitable. I got one here to show you in comparison. That is the 22 long rifle, right? Okay. That is the 22 Magnum, which both of them are hollow points, but definitely a different critter, even though I can shoot both of them through the same pistol I bought because it comes with 2 cylinders. And I'll try to sneak that in before the end of the live. Don't want to get smacked right off the gate, right off the bat. So, what's new with everybody? I know Off the Wall tonight is going to be doing a medical live. Going to try to get there for that. Everybody be sure to jump over and take a look. I'm sure we can all buff up on our medical training a little bit. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Prepper Camper. I've had a pretty rowdy couple of weeks. Between the dog and vehicles, that's something else. Fighting with a car lot right now. We bought a new vehicle, and it's a diesel. I'm still learning diesel mechanics, and apparently a $3,500 part has went bad on the motor. Well, we are getting to the attorney phases on that. Yes, Off the Wall has a great channel. And, okay, special guest speaker. That's awesome. Like I said, everybody be sure to jump over to Off the Wall there. It's 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. He generally puts out a lot of good information. It's a good channel. But like I said, we're fighting with them, and thank God Kentucky's got a lemon law. So we've got 12 months or 12,000 miles that the lot that we bought it from has to either repair, replace, or refund. So they ain't got a whole lot of options. And I'm not buying a $3,500 car part. I've got to drive the vehicle twice. Yeah, tell me about it, Off the Wall. It's a Mitsubishi Pajero. It was imported from Japan, so parts are hard to find for it to begin with. It's a right-hand drive. Bought it for work. Yeah, that's which of course they're not wanting to do anything right now. They're trying to, since their main office is in Illinois, they have a little different loophole that they're trying to use. See, they've got a 6-week period, and they're trying to push us off and push us off. But since the sale was finalized in Kentucky, see, we got to kind of work between the 2 loopholes. But the reason we bought it, it is a 95 model to start with, but it only had 70,000 actual miles on it. And that's nothing. Good to know, Prepper Camper. Thanks. Kind of sneaky, are they? Well, that sounds about right, Prepper Camper. But other than that, it's an outstanding vehicle. And plus, the time I did drive it, it got like 54 miles to the gallon. So that's a big bonus if we can get it. Afternoon, Jesse and Tamara. Glad to see you can make it. But yeah, it's just been a hectic couple of weeks. That's why I ain't been around a whole lot. Ain't been putting out any videos, but still been lurking. Been in a few lives. But it come to my attention that a few of my buddies on here got to noticing I hadn't been around, so I figured I better show my face, right? which I ain't seen Southern Prepper 3 here yet. I was kind of hoping he'd make it, but he's down there in Florida. I ain't real sure if he was in the hurricane or not. We've swapped a couple of emails. He ain't mentioned it, but he was more worried if I was doing all right. But yeah, just a good friend I met from off the wall there. Pretty tight knit community. Actually, it's actually pretty amazing that everybody's looking after everybody the way they are. Yeah, that's glad to see you finally got out of YouTube jail. That's why I'm kind of waiting to show off my little new 2A toy toward the end. That way, if they smack me, it's at the end. But I'm small enough right now. They really ain't been picking on me a whole lot. But well, let's get into some current events. I'm sure everybody's heard that Mr. Putini is hiding in his bunker right now. A lot of people are figuring it's to prepare for something bigger. Well, the inside word on that is that he's just hiding for his own safety. He's not real popular in Russia right now. Seen a video there a couple of minutes ago. Buddy sent me. There's a Russian squad of troops, and out of probably 80 men, there might have been 12, 14 AKs, and they was all. That's exactly right off the wall. They are irate. Death threats coming daily. So he's advised his upper staff members to find a hole to hide in as well. They're not real happy, and a lot of his troops are going AWOL. I've heard several reports on troops just disappearing in the middle of the night. You know, the commander walk in, do head count, half the squad's gone, disappeared. Which you can't blame them. They have no medical. They're buying their own food, buying their own ammo. How can you win a war like that? There you are, Southern Prepper. Glad to see you. I was working on a car, and there's a loaded spring, and the ratchet come back and smacked the crap out of me. Sprained it pretty good, but other than that, I can still use it. Got this in the same process. Never did like working on a Ford. They don't like me working on them neither, apparently. Yeah. So, I mean, if they get wounded, they're just down and out. I mean, right now we probably got better medical gear than the Russian troops do. You know, us preppers. Uh, Actually, it was a spring hanger, and the springs kicked. They're a Southern Prepper 3, and I was getting them back in a line to keep it from getting into the back tire. I knew better, but I was tired and in a hurry, and I paid the price. Next time I'll go by proper procedure, right? But I appreciate that, Southern Prepper. How did you fare on the hurricane? I know you're down in that part of the country. I'm glad to hear that the worst of it missed you, but your house and everything come through good, hopefully. That's awesome. That's great. All right. Well, got some a little more intel on the whole Taiwan and China deal. We can get into that since I used a yin yang symbol as a thumbnail. Uh, the word is that if they fly another jet or sail another vessel into sovereign territory, it will be shot down. Uh, they're going straight full gonzo on this, so that ain't looking too good. That's not the technical wording that was used, but that's about what it breaks down to. So, yeah, they're tired of China playing the bully, which, in my opinion, we need to bring our boys to the coast. We've stirred up enough shit that we need to bring them back home and guard our borders, especially since there's a missing Russian sub right now. Yeah, just because I ain't been on here don't mean I ain't been in the game, right? Uh, and that's another good question. How do you misplace a sub? I understand they can go about as deep as they want to, but they still have to radio, have to surface for air after so long, right? I mean, exactly off the wall. uh, it's getting real ugly, but it might be looking in our favor, especially since most of the Russian troops are doing their own thing. We can always hope for a Red October scenario, right? If the troops in Ukraine ain't got what they need, do the troops in the sub have what they need? Good question. And that was a pretty good movie. Speaking of good movies, I just asked that same question, Bougie. It'd be sweet because, yeah, that is one nice piece of artillery. I heard about that Southern Prepper. If that's so, it's bad luck, and it's probably sitting on the bottom of the ocean. Uh, I know it's awful. I'll probably tell more about that being ex-Navy, uh, but I reckon it's bad luck not to name a vessel. Oh, unmanned? I thought it was unnamed. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a manned sub as far as I'm aware, with full crew. Uh, and it's supposedly carrying, I think, 6 of the Poseidon missiles. I'm pretty sure that it was 6 of them. And that's the dudes that can make the tidal wave that can, what, 1,000 foot tall? Yeah, be pretty devastating if they did do something. Yeah, our gas prices today off the wall jumped almost 30 cents on the gallon here. From the time I filled up this morning till the time I got back to the house, it jumped almost 30 cents in an 8-hour period. So, yeah, stock up on fuel, boys and girls. I'm about right there with you off the wall. There's enough stuff setting off the coast still yet that people quit thinking about. And it's very possible. Yeah, yeah, that's going to raise a big problem in the fuel system. You know, you take away 2 million barrels, That's what, a quarter, almost a quarter of what we use daily. But yeah, like I said, in an 8 hour period, 30 cents on the gallon. That's one reason why I fell in love with the diesel so bad. It was old enough that it don't have all the sensors, and I can make my own fuel for it. But once again, I'm not buying a $3,500 part on a vehicle I've had a week. Yeah, I've heard that they're starting to get a little rowdy up around Alaska. Well, tell her I appreciate it, Southern Pepper 3. No, I ain't seen trucks up at the Speedway. But yeah, tell the missus that I appreciate all the thoughts. But yeah, we've had several encounters, not just with vessels, but jets and American airspace. Yeah, ain't that the one that worked at Walmart that you had on the other night off the wall? Well, yeah, wintertime, basically they have a land bridge. It's only, what, 15, 18 miles from Alaska to Russia. And if that freezes hard enough, they can drive right across into Alaska, which a lot of people are saying that Putin's holding off till winter. That way the ground freezes in Ukraine and, the ocean will freeze up there and they can just walk right on in, which they are better suited for winter warfare than we are. Uh, Americans are soft. I'll be the first one to admit it. We're soft. We're not going to be able to stand out there and go toe to toe in negative degrees. 10 below zero. No, we're going to be huddled up around a campfire or something, trying to stay warm. They're going to be walking around in t-shirts laughing at us. Well, maybe not that extreme, but you know what I mean. Uh, which, everybody remembers, China was in Canada doing their winter warfare training. Militaries don't normally spend money on a program unless they're going to use it. And we all know that China and Russia are big buddies right now. So, which now that's changing because of the whole arrest situation with Xi Jinping. Uh, I'm still waiting to see how that works out. I believe that's going to throw a wrench in their plans. Yeah, yeah. Cold weather don't hardly phase them as much as it does us. That's for sure. They'd be running around t-shirt and shorts, and I'll be wearing a pair of coveralls and a winter cap, right? Well, on the bunker idea off the wall, you can get plastic septic tanks. You can get 4 or 5 people, and I think they have 1,000 gallon, and you can bury it, and it's built to hold the pressures of the dirt. Just screw the lid off, climb right down, and that would be the cheapest way that I've seen to build a quickie bunker. You stay safe, Jamie, and yeah, get them dogs in. Glad you can make it. Hello, Miss Loretta. Glad you can make it. Uh, but yeah, look into that. It's got dividers so where you can put some food stores. Yeah, it'll definitely hold 5 to 6 foot worth of dirt. Uh, you might have to extend the opening, build a little tunnel, but You can get them for, I think they said it's like $800. Then you just have to excavate the ground, do the groundwork. I was looking at that way. There's only four that live in my immediate household, and we could all fit very easy within that confined space, plus food and water. It'd be tight, no doubt, but I can live cramped easier than I can get shot at, right? Plus, it's waterproof. The only thing you'd have to do is figure out some kind of air filtration. Nice to see you, Auslander. Glad you can make it, buddy. That's a good point, too. It's too late to prep when the sirens go off. But everybody in this crowd, I believe, is pretty well on point. Oh, yeah, yeah. I could probably list 500 old mines in a 5 mile radius. Uh, but the bad thing with that is everybody and their brother knows about those mines too, right? So it would be a find one, defend one situation. Boy, it would not be nice off a wall if we did know that exact day, wouldn't it? It'd lift a lot of stress or create it more for some, I guess. Uh, what would you do if you did know that exact day? That'd be one heck of a question, wouldn't it? How would you prepare for that one day? That would be the problem. Yeah, everybody be freaking out. Yeah, you'll be running into a lot of that too, Boogie. The homeless, because with the rent going the way it's going, there's going to be a lot of homeless folks before long. Well, that's all any of us can do off the walls. Just take it day by day, do what you do, and keep on trucking, right? Let's see, it's 8 o'clock. We still got a few more minutes. But yeah, that's figured I'd just catch up and give everybody, a little insight what's been going on the last couple of weeks. And other than playing nurse for the missus and fighting with a car a lot, that's same old, just prepping. And well, that's one prep copycat that you can't ever have enough of. I mean, when the water's gone, it's just gone. And yeah, we're all up the creek without a paddle for sure then. Uh, but learn the ways on how to purify. You know, if you can find a muddy puddle somewhere, if you can purify it, you've got water, right? And contrary to belief, all of our gadgets are going to wear out sooner or later. So we're going to have to get back to the old ways, making sand, charcoal filters, boiling, stuff like that. Uh, you can just about set up a distill your own water. That would probably be one of the better ways of doing it. Just rig you up a small shine still. If you ain't purifying water, you can make whiskey. You got the best of both worlds, right? Uh, but now just keep in mind, building that much steam pressure can be a tricky critter. But yeah, skills, folks, skills. I know a lot of preppers on here uh, have been hollering skills. They're dead on point. Well, copycat the showers every day. Just hope it rains a lot. There'll be a lot bigger things to worry about than taking a shower, I think. If you ain't seen it, I'm sure most of you have. Check out the movie Dragon Day. I actually caught it the other night. Make the hair stand up on your neck. Right? Watch the possibles. Go as far down as possible. Come up as far as possible. But I ain't going to spoil the movie, but pretty good prepper movie. It gives you some stuff to think about. Check it out. I caught it there on Amazon Prime. Makes you wonder why nobody would want a firearm in the house. That was the main thing for the whole movie that got me. Right, right. Uh, it'll give you some good pointers. That movie will. What got me was the cop, and I'll stop there. I ain't gonna ruin it, but yeah, the cop got what he deserved at the end. Uh, I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I seen that too. Southern Prepper 3. That guy's been screaming nuke, nuke, nuke since Putin come into office. We really didn't need that right now because yeah, he's getting desperate. Putin, from what I'm seeing, is holding the losing hand, and he's going to lay all bets on the table. And when he does that, Katie bar the doors, right? Game on. When the first nuke goes off, NATO's going to be all over it like a bad habit. Well, thanks, copycat. Other than being semi-psychotic, Niggin, I could be like somebody worse. I guess I could have been like the governor, right? But yeah, like I said, the new general there, we don't need him. But looks like it's. I just got the notification for off the wall there. uh, okay, yeah. I do have a Lucille though. I'll have to dig it out one day, show you on a video or a live chat. Yeah, I did like the Lucille ball bat, but why not? You know, Louisville Sluggers made right here in Kentucky. I had to have one, but but like I said, yeah, like I said, I just want to catch up with everybody. It's been a little while, kind of touch on some current events and let everybody know that I'm still kicking, still prepping, still doing the things. Actually, been doing them hot and heavy. Another reason. Same here, Southern Prepper 3. Bless you too, sir. Hope everything works out for you down there and you get everything lined out from the hurricane. So since I'm going to wrap it up and yeah, they've been wanting nukes Tamara from Potato Head since right about the get go of the whole thing. And if it was up to Taterhead, he'd probably hand them over, but I believe there's enough people still smacking his hand on that We don't care to give them some ballistic equipment, but nukes are another ball game. Appreciate that off the wall. Yeah, and if you guys don't care, smash that thumb on the way out. And since I'm gonna wrap it up here and give off the wall a few minutes to get warmed up and get everything lined up for his, everybody jump over there and show the support for off the wall. It's a hell of a guy, hell of a channel. And like I said, I was going to sneak in a little glimpse of my new 2A procurement, the 22 mag or long rifle. It's the Heritage Rough Rider with the 9-inch barrel. Like I said, the 22 mag is a different critter. Glad you could make it too, Boogie. Yeah, you could use it if you don't want to hardly go 9 mil. I know some of the ladies like a smaller caliber. The 22 mag is definitely a self-defense round. It'll fly straight through somebody. All right, boys and girls. Like I said, it was glad to see everybody. Glad you could all make it, and I appreciate all the support. And till the next time, everybody stay safe, stay busy. It could get sticky quick. So, be good.